Welcome ladies and gentlemen, Tactical Edge here. Today we have the third battle between Central Scrutinizer and Coitus Interfratus. Now, in this battle we have some ogres versus the high elves here, with Central Scrutinizer telling me the scrap launchers are performing well in this battle. I'm not convinced, and I usually just call them crap launchers because they suck. So let's see how they do in the fight. For the rest of the ogre army builds, they're Nobbler Trappers mixed in with regular Nobblers and a whole lot of ogre bulls at the back. On the flanks we have some mobility in the form of Saber-Tusk packs, 3 of them on the field, and also a couple more lead belchers as additional artillery. Their penetrating shots are very effective against infantry and cavalry alike. Now for the monstrous staying power here, Sky Striders, absolutely melee menace, with anti-large armor piercing, great weapon strength, and also that frostbite slowing down enemy units and trapping them with their insane mass. The Slotmaster only has a single spell, and that is the Troll Guts to support the entire army, and that's it for the army builds, while the high elves here bring a whole force of Illyrian Reaver archers, 4 of them in fact, and then at the back a box of staunch line of spears, double Phoenix Guards, and some Silveran Guards on the field. Essentially a box, but unfortunately there is a lot of mobility on the field today, and if they try to box up, then they will be sure to get crushed by the overwhelming firepower. For the single entities here, we have a single life mage with Earthblood and Regrowth for a lot of healing, while the fighting melee units are Noble on a horse for that anti-large armor piercing, and of course Imric on his dragon. I totally forgot how to pronounce the dragon's name because it's hard, it's elfish, it's not a language spoken by human tongue, so yeah, we'll just leave it there. Now for the battle to begin, we already have some crab launchers launching rocks and scrap metal onto enemy units, Phoenix Guards taking some noticeable damage, same goes for some of the Illyrian Reaver archers. Somehow, the slow-moving projectiles of the Nobbler crab launchers managed to hit the fast-moving Illyrian Reavers. Either ways, Imric getting a little too close to the front line here, getting showered by the Nobbler Trappers throwing knives, and the Lead Belchers will be opening fire as well, forcing Coitus to pull back Imric and probably pull some mid-air evasive maneuvers. While at the back here, the Saber-Tusk packs, due to their lack of armor, are taking some skirmishing fire damage, so they will be pulling back as well, but then the Nobbler Trappers are moving up, going to shower them with throwing knives, and also more importantly, the Lead Belchers will be opening fire and start chipping away their health and also unit models, keeping these pesky elf skirmishers honest with their long-range firepower. While the front line here, not much is really happening here. High Elves reforming ranks as the Lead Belchers are unloading into the Phoenix Guards. 2 of the crab launchers and a single Lead Belchers already bring down the Phoenix Guards to almost half health, already forcing an early regrowth from the High Elves, draining away their magic just to keep these Phoenix Guards alive. While the Lead Belchers will continue to kite back, not having any archers here really is hurting the High Elves as they cannot counterfire at the Lead Belchers, while the slower infantry will be kited to death by the fast-moving Lead Belchers and also the Nobbler crab launchers. On top of that, even the Nobbler Trappers are throwing their knives into the Phoenix Guards formations. Sure, they might have heavy armor and physical resistance, but damage is damage after all, especially they don't have shields to block missiles. Anyways, we'll be fast forwarding a bit as the armies are taking some time to collide. Imric is flying close to the Lead Belchers, but he does not dare to land, because if he lands, he will just get trapped up by all those Sky Striders and get beaten to death, with their mass pinning them in place. Now, a really nice side shot from the Nobbler crab launcher, blasting away some of these spears, but not the most value since they are indeed a rather cheap infantry in terms of high elves, while the Sky Striders took a nasty breath attack from Imric, but they can be healed back up with Troll Guts, so they are getting their HP topped up, while a lot of these damage dealers of the Ogre Kingdoms are just pulling away from Phoenix Guards, preventing any melee engagement. Lead Belchers as well pulling back, while Silveran Guards will be pinned down by Ogre Bulls, as well as being showered at the back by Nobbler Trappers. This one Phoenix Guard is already routed by the Lead Belchers firing into the fray, and Imric now is targeted by these Lead Belchers instead. Crab Launchers now also switching their target onto the next Phoenix Guard. A shot is coming from the far side and it missed. The real threat to the Phoenix Guards are definitely the Lead Belchers, and they are indeed targeting these elite high elf infantry. The Sylvan Guards are cutting down Ogre Bulls, doing some decent work, but they are shot at the back by all these Nobbler Trappers, while on the other side, the Illyrian Reaver Archers have already moved all the way from the High Elf right flank to the High Elf left flank, just trying to poke around and see what kind of opportunity they can find to run down the backline here. But there is not a lot of opportunities. As they charge in, there will be stuff to stop them. Ogre Bulls, Saber Tusk Pack all can trade fairly well into the Illyrian Reaver Archers in melee, especially here. A nice catch. Illyrian Reaver Archers trying to run down the Nobbler Trappers, but Nobbler Trappers are not that easy to kill, even in melee combat. The Illyrian Reaver Archers are taking shots in point blank, while the other ones got caught by their Saber Tusk and will be chased down to their death. Imrik still not daring to land because the Sky Striders are just mirroring his movement. No matter where he goes, the Sky Striders follows, and if he dares to land, then the Sky Striders will jump on him. So that comes down to the Noble to shut down the Lead Belchers. He's pressuring the Lead Belchers away, but not quite doing enough damage to shut them down, while Imrik continues to take damage, this time from a lot of those armor-piercing Lead Belcher fire. He'll be forced back, now dropping onto the Saber Tusk Packs, trying to rout off these Ogre mobility, but unfortunately for him, the Ogre Bulls are here supporting, and more importantly, Sky Striders will be running in. Their heavy mass means that they can easily plow through the Sylvan Guard and get onto Imrik. So Imrik is just bailing out of here, not willing to take that engagement. While at the back here, the spears have been whittled down by a steady stream of Nobbler Trapper throwing knives, and the Ogre Bulls beating them down with some support from possibly the Nobbler Scrap Launcher. But it seems that they have their attention on the Phoenix Guards right now, as their formations are thinned down due to their lack of personnel right now. This suddenly makes them less susceptible to the Crab Launcher fire, knocking down one unit model there only. So the Nobbler Crab Launchers should probably start shooting at the rest of these healthier Phoenix Guards, Sylvan Guards, and Spears. Either ways, Imrik dives down once again. He managed to rout the Saber Tusk Packs, but now the Sky Striders are coming in with their mighty weapons with Frostbite. Once the hit lands, Imrik will be slowed down, and indeed the hit landed. A bad news for Imrik, as he is now surrounded and beaten down by all those armor-piercing anti-large melee combatants. Saber Tusks are coming in as well, trying to use their speed to make sure Imrik cannot escape from this combat. With the high elf mobility power all driven away, the Ogre Kingdom's missile backline is basically secured. Illyrian Reaver Archers are the only thing left to threaten the Lead Belchers, but there are still some Ogre Bulls and Nobblers here ready to screen. Some Saber Tusks are regrouping from the periphery as well. While Imrik is still trying to pull out of the fight, but being pinned down, slowed down by Dismember, this is not easy, as he is now down to 32 speed. If he gets hit by the Frostbite once more, he just slowed down all the way down to merely 8 speed, slower than a regular infantry. Ogre Bulls now finished up some of the High Elf infantry on the other side, so they'll be moving into this block fight. Sky Strider is still pretty much almost full health, only one unit model dead so far, continuously being healed by the Troll Guts. Some arrows are flying at them, but they can simply shrug everything off. While Scrap Launchers will be moving into position to either charge into melee or shoot into other units. Let's see how much value they get. 700 gold, but almost used up all their ammo. The other one, let's see, 65 kill, also 700 gold only. This is not quite enough to earn back their cost. Imrik's dropping another breath attack onto the Sky Striders, who are still healing, and they will be fighting each other again. Possibly a mistake from the Lord of Dragons. But yeah, overall, the Scrap Launchers are just not doing that well. They were trying to shoot at the Phoenix Guards, but just not doing as much damage as the much more cost-effective Lead Belchers, who are already on 2 chevrons, almost 2,000 gold worth of damage value. Let's check the other ones. 160 kills, over 2,200 gold of damage value, shooting out Phoenix Guards, Sylvan Guards, and more importantly, Imrik himself. So yeah, Lead Belchers are just much better against every single kind of target than the Crab Launchers. Better against infantry, better against cavalry, better against monsters and single entities. At an overview, the High Elves are in a bit of pickle with balance of power in favor of the Ogres. Regrowth is going down on Imrik, trying to keep his health topped up, but things are looking quite rough as their forces are running thin. The Life Mage is now surrounded and beaten up by the Slaughtermaster and Sky Striders, while the Noble is just not doing much damage overall. 957 gold worth of damage value, not bad, but again, he's fighting a lot of healing right now, so he needs to do way more than that. Imrik diving down once again, trying to challenge the Sky Striders to melee combat, with Lord of Dragons lowering their melee stats, but will that be enough? We shall see, as the Sky Striders and both Imrik is reaching heal cap. More Ogre Bulls are joining this fight, this time surrounding the Illyrian Reaver Archers, preventing them from pulling out of that engagement, and on the far side, Phoenix Guard is now pursued by the Nobbler Trappers. They do not want to keep fighting those infantry chaff, as they are an elite bodyguard that should be fighting the Sky Striders, but unfortunately, problem with heavy elite infantry is that they just don't have enough speed, can't catch up with the Sky Striders, while the Sky Striders slip away and continue to hunt down their liege lord. Lead Belchers now targeting Imrik once more, and with the armor-piercing firepower, Imrik is getting lower and lower in terms of HP, being beaten up by all kinds of armor-piercing melee combatants. Even the Ogre Bulls, who are not primarily armor-piercing, are in this fight, and Imrik now down to 8 speed once more, with Frostbite and Dismember pinning him down. He will be routed. Seeing the Lord of Dragons getting a cold feet, running away from combat, the High Elves leadership takes a hit. The Rousseau Falter's army losses descends upon them, meaning that Central Scrutinizer, achieving his second victory in this best of 3, will be sealing the game, claiming champion in this Friday night fight tournament. First of all, great game to both Central Scrutinizer and Coitus Interfratus. Congratulations to Central Scrutinizer for winning the tournament, and now here comes my criticism to the crab launchers. Now, Central Scrutinizer, I don't know if you're watching this, but once again, I maintain my argument that the scrap launchers are a poor artillery when it comes to anti-infantry. You basically used up most of the ammo on the unit, almost all of them actually, with only 1 or 2 shots left. And then they only earned back 900 gold on this one. This one didn't even earn back their own damage value, despite having so many expensive infantry to shoot at on the High Elves end. The problem with crab launchers is that they have poor accuracy and they don't have the most armor-piercing values. So when it comes to dishing out damage against the Phoenix Guard, they just don't do that much compared to the Lead Belchers, who get over 2,500 gold on this one. This one, 163 kills, 2,400 gold with their cannons handheld. Despite having scattershot, the explosion radius of the crab launcher's missiles are not that great when it comes to destroying infantry formations, but if you're looking at the Lead Belchers, their shots have penetration, so they can hit multiple models at once, and with so many unit models shooting all at once, the Lead Belcher's missile volleys with decentish accuracy can make very good contact when it comes to shooting at infantry formations, especially densely packed ones like the High Elf infantry. Combined with their armor piercing, they are reliably ripping apart the Phoenix Guards, while the crab launchers are more of a swing and a miss, basically depending on RNG to see if they actually land their shots on their targets. For the rest of the army here, Crushers, the Sky Striders are absolutely crushing Imrik with the support of the Slaughtermaster heals. The rest of the army here, Ogre Bulls did fine, not the greatest performance against anti-large spears, while the Saber-Tusk packs struggle to earn back their value, being forced to fight a lot of anti-large infantry, but still pressuring away the Illyrian Reaver Archers, getting some nice value, while the Nobbler Trappers and regular Nobbler infantry did some okay damage. This one did really fine, the rest not so much. While the High Elf side, the anti-large infantry did okay. These Sylvan Guards did a lot of damage against the large Ogre Kingdom's monsters. The other spears not so much, and the Phoenix Guards, being an expensive infantry, heavily targeted by all kinds of missile fire and not able to earn much back. The Illyrian Reaver Archers also not having a lot of good targets to shoot at, so very limited damage output, while Imrik himself, with the Sky Striders mirroring his every move, his attack options are largely limited, As soon as he lands, he would get jumped on by the Sky Striders, giving him a really hard time to do damage. As for the rest of the hero squad, not much damage from the live mage, but the noble did fine with the armor-piercing anti-large attacks. And that's it for this best of 3 series. I hope viewers you all enjoy it, and if you want to see more Total War Warhammer multiplayer content, be sure to subscribe to my channel and receive notifications for new video uploads. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Tactical Lich, signing out.